I am continuing to work my way through the Bone series, and in the description down below I will leave a link to all the previous Bone books that I have read and reviewed on this channel. But I am now up to Book 4, the Dragonslayer. Now, because this was an ongoing comic book series that later got collected into book form, the books don't always perfectly line up with the story arcs, usually. But this one actually more or less perfectly encapsulates one story arc, which is where Phonybone pretends to be a Dragonslayer to try and trick the townspeople. Now, it's not 100% perfect, because Phonybone actually got this idea at the end of Book 3. But this sees him expand his idea, continue to talk about dragon slaying, and then at the end of the book, we will see this story arc come full circle. So, as I mentioned in previous reviews, the idea behind the Bone series is it's supposed to be Carl Barks meets Lord of the Rings. Carl Barks, the man who created the Uncle Scrooge adventures. So we have the cartoony aspect of this encapsulated perfectly by Phonybone, the greedy, scheming one, and Smiley-Bone, the goofy one. But while this is going on, there is also a more serious, epic battle between good and evil, which is beginning to get more and more serious. And in fact, in this volume, it takes on a little bit more of a mature tone, in that we see some of the characters get in physical danger. There's blood, visible blood, but still mixed in with the cartoony element. And one of the characters actually gets his arm chopped off here. So that's, that's something which makes this arguably not exactly for little kids. And that serious element is going to continue to take over the story the more we get into the story. But at the moment, it's still being balanced roughly half and half with the cartoonish element. So we still have, here's more serious element. These are the bad guys beginning to reveal their plan. But we still have Phonybone with his scheming to trick the townspeople into making him the boss. And look at that. They have all the food there and the very cartoonish Smiley-Bone salivating over all the food. And we also get our introduction to the rat creature cub, who Smiley-Bone is going to name Bartleby. So we've got another cute animal here. So it's not quite as zany as maybe some of the previous books, for example, The Great Cow Race. But it's for my money, it's quite well done. Phonybone is perfect as the cartoonish, greedy schemer. And then, Phonybone and Smiley-Bone end up going off into the mountains when Smiley-Bone refuses to come back. So here they're going. It says, "Okay, Smiley, this is far enough. Smiley, hold up. We don't want to go too far." "Hey, stop. Let the cub go on his own. He'll be safe now." Smiley, we are not going to take that cub all the way back to the mountains. I mean it. Come back here. Smack. And then Foam Bone and Smiley Bone are off to the mountains. And this is intercut with Phony Bone doing some classic cartoonish working up the crowd. This is shown, oh yeah, look at this. He's relishing his role as the greedy schemer, telling his plan to Ted the Bug. And then so they go to the Dragon's Stair, where he is telling the townsfolk to put out a trap for the dragon, fully believing that no dragon would ever come into the trap. But then they get a dragon. It's a boss, we got one. What? We got one, boss. Got one? One what? A dragon. We got a dragon. It worked just like you said it would. Eek! He goes over. Dragon? Hello, Phony Bone. Hello? Hello? What's wrong with you? The trap was out in plain sight. Didn't you see it? Yeah, I saw it. It went right across the path. Then what are you doing? Everything okay over there, boss? I'm fine. I'm just performing sacred dragon-slaying rituals. It'll just be another minute. Listen, we gotta figure out a way to get you out of here. Get me out of here? Why? I thought you wanted to catch a dragon. Now what? Oh, jeez. You again. I should have known you were behind this. So they're having this ongoing... Phony Bone is getting more and more worked up. Well, the townspeople are just watching this with increasing disbelief until they finally just break in and command that he kill the dragon right then. Phony Bone tries to stall for sunrise. But then sunrise happens just at that moment. And just when he's about to slay the dragon, Thorin comes in. And the townspeople realize their mistake when the rat creatures attack. And it's a perfect end to this storyline, to be continued in Book 5. So another great addition to the Bone story, the Dragonslayer.